All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We had a slight. You guys didn't see it because it was behind the scenes, but Pinguino and I had like a slight dance off just then. He won very, 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 very effectively and very clean. It was very clean dance off, Pinguino. I give it to you. You do a mean freaking robot. With all that, we're gonna get started on this next game, which is this is a best of three series. So if Zenith takes this next game, they take the whole enchilada, if you will. They take everything. They take home the marbles. They take home the pride. And both teams are always welcome to come right back on the Rift and join me and my man Pinguino. And we are very happy to cast them both. So we'll be very excited about that. Again, next week is going to be Euphoria Gaming, and they're still looking for a challenger. But Euphoria Gaming in this thing, they are a diamond level team, so they are the team to beat. You're not going to want to miss that. That is going to be an outrageous battle. Very excited about that, and they're looking to take on all comers. So, excited, and I'm very excited to cast this next game and get back on the Rift. Now, with that being said, Zenith will be on red side, and Arias will be on blue side. So, just kind of an FYI, everybody will be in LCS order. That's top mid, or top jungle, mid, ADC support. Again, makes it very easy for us to maneuver around the Rift with you guys. So, glad you're back. Very glad. Again, want to give a shout out to our sponsors in case you didn't see them. They are Chirp, LOL. Their app is fantastic. You can catch all of the LCS action on their app, and you can also talk trash back and forth and see who is the best trash talk in a. FYI, the answer is myself. So there's that. So looking for all oncomers to join me on the Chirp LOL app. So if you don't know where that is and you don't know how to find it, go over to Paleo Gaming, and you can check it out there. So what else we got, Pinguino? What else we got?
Let's see. I got some information on that app. The app is available on the Apple Store,
Okay.
on iTunes, and it is coming out soon with an Android version. It's just a matter of getting more people in the community to join the app and follow it, and give us a little bit more shout outs, with the sponsors, so they have more confidence in us in the community and be able to make more different wonderful apps. Thank you, Chirp. Much love.
Much
Uh,
love to you, Chirp.
chirp, chirp, chirp.
Chirpy. Chirp.
Chirperino.
Chirperino there. Um, where do you stand while we're waiting on these guys to get into the lobby? Where do you stand on Apple or iPhone versus Android? This is
To be
this
honest,
this is a very
I
controversial. I feel like either way you go, you're gonna get flamed like a bad boy. Like,
probably, and I love Chirp to death. I wish I had an Apple product. My brother's all about Apple, and he's actually more in the tech scene. He likes all of them, but I
right?
personally am accustomed to the Android scene. I have a Nexus 6P.
Ah,
It is amazing. I just like it for the comfort, and I like to mess around with my own stuff rather than changing the background on my phone and then voiding the warranty in my Apple
okay.
product. You know what I
All
mean?
right. I guess. I
I like
guess
to have control.
you like to have control. Oh, so you're one of those. I gotta have control type guys. I see. I see where this
I
is
like a
going.
challenge. I like a challenge. It's
I see where
definitely.
this is going. Well, again, guys, if you haven't already chimed in, make sure you're repping your own hood there. Make sure you're repping your own team. If we have any any guys from any other teams, I want to hear from you. I know we had some Ether Esports in here. Again, I'd love to cast you guys. I was able to cast you guys once over there at Reverie Esports. I'd love to check you guys out again over here. I want to watch you guys. I don't know if we have any. I don't know if we have any Supernova guys in here, or if we have any some maybe some Blue Milk people over here. If they're in the
Blue blue.
channel, Blue Milk. Hey, how's it going?
I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't enjoy the blue milk.
Yeah, the lactose and the tolerant. If Paleo Gaming is in here, of course, sound off with your Paleo pride. Hashtag Paleo pride. You better pop out and say what's up. Rep
You
our
know you.
hood.
You know
Our
you
hood.
have to.
It's our hood. We're all in here. Dr. Resolve is going to be joining us on the spectator wheel. We'll have a little bit of that. Everybody is in LCS order. Everybody is mamboing, and I just dropped a little coffee from Kylo Ren's head onto my keyboard. In case you didn't know, I have a love of fine mugs, this one being one of them. I love Kylo Ren.
If you go off, I will finish what you started.
That's right. What exactly has he started?
No, if you go offline, I'll finish your cast for you.
Oh, okay, got it. I thought you were quoting
Grandfather Vader,
Kylo Ren.
making
Got
a
it.
reference to that.
Okay. I demand immediately that you get a Stormtrooper mug. Immediately.
Yes. As you can see, I have my Marines giant water bottle with me. Yeah, I need to get a mug.
You need a mug. You're a caster, for God's sakes.
Yes.
Get a mug.
I am caster.
You are caster. Yuchi and the boys over at Arias Uprising doing a little bit more strategery, if you will. A little strategery.
Now, brown cow. All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
So that last game, the MVP definitely going over to BMX Spec on that Elise. You know, on this program, we got our boy LexJet last time. We have iHero going really strong. We have all these really fantastic junglers that we're watching.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to kill me. But the Paleo Tundra jungler is also really phenomenal. The Paleo guys are going to kill me. I'm sorry, Paleo Tundra. I don't recall his name off the top of my head. But they're also, like, all these junglers are very, very amazing. They're just, it's been amazing to watch. And maybe that's just the meta, but it's so clean to watch. As I say that, and as I'm talking about that, they're going to hop into Champ Select. We're going to see another Poppy ban come out very early. What are your takes, sir? What kind of bans do you think we're going to see?
Well, I feel like we found out who Arias is afraid of now, who they know can disrupt their game plan. I wondered what they were thinking when they were picking their champs and disregarding the fact that you need a front line to kite from. I know they had their Braum, and it was cozy, but I feel like you need at least one more in between guy. Maybe not so tanky, but can provide a decent coverage for you and do some damage and have a little bit of health.
Right.
A Gragas would have been a good pick. A Hecarim. I haven't seen Hecarim these days. A Cho'Gath maybe. Something that they wouldn't expect, but something that could do some heavy damage. It can be there and just all up in their faces. No.
Yeah.
But I do see that they do realize what they did wrong, which is always a good thing. Losing the first game is not necessarily always a bad thing. Depending on if you can rally the troops together and really go over what you did wrong in that game. I do think they addressed these problems, and I do feel that they're going to be a lot more stronger in this game coming in. They're going to come swinging, but I think also they're going to be a lot smarter in how they play, needless to say. I want to see. They banned the Fiora. Yeah, definitely. They want to get rid of the Fiora.
Yeah, that Fiora was very scary. Who was I? Like, I was able to take on Yuchi up in the top lane very convincingly. But
Such great mechanical skills.
Here's the problem with it, Pinguino, and this is what I think we're going to see again, is that I think Yuchi, or I'm sorry, Who Was I, is one of those top lane carries. And I don't know that Yuchi, as the player matchup, the skill matchup, is going to really support Yuchi being able to go toe-to-toe with him. As I say that, we're seeing a lot of the same bans on Zenith's side.
The Alistar, they didn't like that engage.
Yeah, they did not like that. Well, that was Zenith. With the Alistar. Yeah. So Fiora being picked out, Callista also being picked out. But like I said, I think Yuchi is going to want more of that utility kind of tank. Because
I feel like a Malphite would have been a good pick with this stage.
I think if Yuchi can get on a Malphite, if he can get on a Shin type utility tank top laner, I think he's going to be able to provide more for this team on Arias Uprising than just trying to go toe to toe with Who Was I.
They go game with that Lulu pick. If they get an Alawi, imagine an Alawi though. Their buffs with Alawi are crazy. Those tentacles come out of nowhere and they take you by surprise. And the way they worked her in this new patch is amazing. That's why she's always a really common ban in normal and ranked queues nowadays, along with the Garen, along with the Darius, because she's such a threat. Ever since she
Yeah.
came out, there's like you had to kind of get a grasp. Oh, there goes the Malphite right there. That's what we're seeing.
That's fantastic. I love that. I love that on Yuchi. I think he's going to be able to really utilize that, unless for some whatever weird reason 360 no scope gets that and takes it jungle. I don't think he will, but
Yasuo pick.
Uh,
They lock in the Yasuo.
they lock in the Yasuo, so this is definitely going to be a Malphite because that's going to be the Wombo right there. The Malphite onslaught, yeah, and then Yasuo ultimate. Problem with this, Pinguino, problem with this is it's an all-in. Okay, it's an all-in. If Zenith is smart, they just don't team fight. You know what I mean? They just take your skirmishes. They push towers. They've kind of given it away now, Pinguino.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they've given it away. So now Zenith Esports can kind of pick around that. Tell me,
and that's what they were doing really well last game. Was that they were so good at 1-on-1 and 2v1. They were just picking them off one by one, weakening the team fight. And as I said before, Arias looks like they would do a lot better in group fights. In a lot, they have to be the first ones to engage. They have to dictate the rules, and they go with a Nidalee pick.
Well,
and a Janna.
Yeah, look at this Janna. That immediately counters exactly what they're trying to do with the Malphite. If I'm, I don't like the Yasuo pickup so early. There's your Jhin.
Oh, daddy, they're gonna have a lot of good Titans. Oh my lord. Oh, and the Sivir. Whoa. Oh, misfortune. Whoa. Okay, so they're hovering a Jhin and another ADC character. Don't know what they're planning.
Jhin, if they do pick up the Jhin, Jhin is kind of like in this weird spot right now where some people take him mid lane, some people take him down in the bottom. I know
he's in limbo right now.
I think Red Mercy and Scrap Computer said it best, that they don't really believe that Jhin should be played in mid. I kind of agree with them, just based on the 4 auto shot. Oh,
and they swapped it over to a Riven. Wow.
So
that's gonna be an interesting engage. Oh, there goes a Kog'Maw and a Dongers. Oh
no,
Jaime.
They're not gonna do the Heimer mid.
Jaime.
I don't
think so. If they go
so.
Jaime, I'm gonna sing the troll song.
I really don't understand the pick over here by Arias Uprising, unless I'm gonna receive here in a minute somebody telling me that somebody fat fingered or something. I don't really understand it because I guess we're gonna see a Malphite jungle. I can't imagine that he's going support, and I know Riven's gonna go up top.
Look at those hovers. They're just lingering right there. It's just like pick it.
I am excited to see BMX on this Nidalee pick. I'm very excited to see him back on an assassin type champion. I think that's kind of his style of play. I'm really curious to see what's going on though over here at Arias Uprising.
Oh, and they swap it over to. Okay, they got rid of the the Dongers and went with a Kog'Maw.
Kog'Maw Quinn, which is pretty typical stuff. Those are both really meta champions right now. I know that getting Kog'Maw fed bottom lane. It's a mid champion. This isn't a Lucian, but if Coach can get there. If Coach can get there, then he's very scary.
There's not much tank. There's not much frontline,
No.
other than. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. I feel like they're going to go with a pick-off comp. Like they're just going to go one by one and just eliminate their chances for even attempting a team fight.
I'm not so much mad about this Blitzcrank. I know that's kind of a.
I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say that's sometimes the blitz hooks and things like that are really predictable and stuff like that.
But for this comp, they need them. They need to counter the pick-off, and they just need to. Just get them in the right mind. Like if they can, the fact that they're going 1-on-1, they're trying to. The Zenith is going for the pickoff comp. They need to grab whoever's picking them off and then use that group comp that they have right there. Just like munch on that one dude. Fish out of water, kill them.
So I'm getting this also from production, but apparently BMX Nid is godlike. Okay. Apparently this is his champion. So we are really gonna keep the camera focused on BMX to see what he does with this champion. I imagine that he's got the hit detection down. I'm really still confused about this composition though. We're gonna see a Riven mid against a Lulu. Tell me what your thoughts are, Pinguino, on this Riven mid. I don't know.
Well, actually, I wouldn't know if I don't know if they're gonna swap it over. They might try.
I
Oh,
think it's
this is.
in. Yeah.
I don't. But I mean, the only thing that I find comfort in is that they have such a great jungler with such great presence and great rotations and great knowledge of who needs more help. Like this is what I talk about a lot is synergy. This player, BMX, he knows what his players need without even saying it. I feel like he knows when I should go help bot, I should go help top, I should camp mid and be so annoying with it. Rawr, the spear. And I feel like he knows exactly what to do. And like you said, you got me so hyped up over this pick because I really want to see an assassin jungler. The Elise was just beautifully executed and mechanically gifted.
Yeah, I mean, Elise is an amazing. Like, actually, Elise under Amumu is my favorite champion. Like, I love watching. I love watching an Elise player go off. Like I said the other day, watching LexJet over there at Ether Esports, amazing Elise player. Much respect to him. He was one of our contest winners actually for the last Rumble on the Rift, which you guys are actually not going to want to miss. Next Rumble on the Rift, we are going to do another giveaway here whenever you come back to watch Aporia Esports versus Challenge. I don't know. Challenge them. They're looking for an opponent. That's a week away, again, from today. Same bat time, same bat channel here on the Rift at Paleo_gaming at Twitch. You're gonna want to catch me and my man Pinguino over here. We're gonna cast the entire thing, and we're gonna have 2 more $10 RP giveaways. So you're not gonna want to miss that either. You're gonna want to save the subscribes maybe for that. Definitely subscribe over at Twitter to me, but there'll be a lot of other ways that you can enter and chance to win. Also, Chirp probably being one of those as well. So. Definitely want to catch it next time as well as we see Aporia, and I'm gonna try to get a big name against Aporia. I'm gonna try to get a very big name. We're talking about a Challenger Series, in a Challenger Series competition. So you're not gonna want to check that out, or you're not gonna want to miss that.
You want to check it out. You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it. What did I say? What did I say? Did I mess it up?
You don't want to check it out.
You don't want to check it out. You want to miss it. You just want to turn off.
Uninstall League of Legends. Just delete all of your accounts on every social media. Recede to your little lair and proceed to then go into the fetal position while numbing on pizza.
That's right. Wait, what's wrong with numbing on pizza?
Only the crust and no cheese.
Only the crust, no cheese. It's fine. It's fine.
The cholesterol.
Are we talking? Do I have a boat of marinara sauce? Because if we have a boat of marinara sauce, I'm completely fine. It's good.
I'll take it. Sriracha.
Then pass. Pass.
I'm interested to see on how they play that jungle Malphite. It's gonna take
Me
a
too.
little time to get carried a bit and get that coinage.
That
Definitely need to build some heavy items with that jungle Malphite.
I really feel like the Janna is the purpose for the pickup over there on Zenith. What's going to happen is the Onslaught's going to come in, Janna's immediately going to hit the Monsoon, and that's pretty much going to be it. I would imagine.
Does the ult of Malphite go into the Monsoon, or does it get deflected by the Monsoon?
It gets deflected by the Monsoon.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, Riot fixed that, actually. Huh.
Yes.
They actually did something right.
Riot.
Aha!
See what I did there?
The puns for days.
It's clever.
Clever.
I mean, anybody, of course, you guys on here, if you're just now joining, these happen every Wednesday. And do not be afraid to join us here. We love the casting. We love the competition. We love supporting amateur esports. So definitely, you guys come and check us out. Again, don't be afraid to, don't be afraid to join in. It's fine. We love it.
Come on in. Just come on in.
Grab your team, grab your logo, and let's do this thing.
Just slap it on the screen, and my casa su casa mi amigos.
That's
and
right.
Into the Rift we go for the next game. Game 2 of the best of 3. Zenith Esports versus Arias Esports.
Uprising.
Arias Uprising.
Arias Uprising. That's right.
Arias Uprising. Into the Rift we go. Into the Rift we go. To start this game of wonders.
Into the Rift we go.
do.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And we are onto the rift. Do you think we're going to see any sneaky business here, Pinguino?
I'm expecting on blue side to engage again, especially with this comp. They're really quick. They're not slow. They're not weighed down by any heavy champs. They might go. See, they're all in, all on the bottom side of the jungle. I'm itching for a fight right now. They're grouping in the tri-bush right now, blue team.
I think they're going to see it. I think we're going to see some fireworks very quickly.
They do have rewarded. Blue team has a rewarded Zenith with the smart wards. They do have the dragon side ward, though red does.
I think we're going to see Zenith just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, probably. They do have that warded, so red side does have an advantage of, I guess, first sight, because if they were to engage, it would be through that bottom crack.
Yeah.
There they go, flashing their badges, man.
Flashing them badges to just us. I feel like the players are just talking to us right now.
Oh yeah, man. They're like, hey, I see you up there.
And look, now the other team is also talking to us. We see you both. It's like our children playing on the playground. Like, hey, hey, Pinguino, look at me.
We're like the legitimate summoners, like the people in the lore who like summon these bitches and be like, yo, do my bidding.
Is it kind of weird to think about the game actually like that? I try not to think of it like that, but like if I catch myself, I'm like, actually, I'm playing a guy, playing a guy, playing a guy.
That's like Inception twice. Twiceception, man. Twinception.
Twinception.
Going for the blue buff. Red is going for that blue buff early game. I think Malphite would be.
I think it's fine.
I honestly would have saved it till later, maybe.
I think it's fine.
Yasuo versus Lulu. This is going to be interesting the whole game. Moz does a really good job at controlling with Lulu, but that Yasuo is such an aggressive champion and does a lot of damage.
Are we also... Oh, we actually saw a lane swap. We saw a switch. Yuchi was up in the top... Yuchi was a top laner. Now he took it mid, and now Reservation is actually on top.
Oh, you're right. Wow, I did not... I didn't catch that. Nice.
Well, you're welcome.
It's going to be interesting.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, my man.
That's what I'm here for.
We have a tie game, 3.4k gold. About even in CS with a slight 2 creeper score on the top lane. Nothing too big, not a big difference.
Oh wow, Reservation or Yuchi, I'm sorry, Reservation's up top. Yuchi is actually putting in a ton of work.
Oh yeah.
There on Lycamaz. Very good job. I think this might have been the wiser decision here. It looks like Yuchi is playing a little bit better on this Yasuo in the mid. Now there's the wind wall. It's not going to help for too long. He hops back over there. He dashes back in his minion wave. That's not going to help with all the... Ooh.
Watch the Q, watch the Q. Oh. A pixie, a little freaking pixie. Definitely dangerous. Need to keep an eye on that double range. People forget about the double range on the Lulu.
It is, and it's scary. As we're talking about it, look at this top lane. We are going to see 360 no-scope. You wanted to know how Malphite was about to work, and now we're about to see him. He's hanging out in this bush.
Nice little boulder in the grass. You don't even notice it's a boulder.
Here we go. Well, the boulder just gets picked out. Here comes the Vault, I would imagine. He's trying to do some work. Who was that, though? Oh!
Oh, and the reverse gank. Wow! You're getting the kill. Nidalee, first blood.
BMX on his comfort champion.
Victory screech, man. Little for that Nidalee.
That's that BMX.
Oh, Blitzcrank.
That's the BMX right there for you on his comfort champion. That's.
And look at that. Warding their opposite jungle. Getting that vision up top so that they could probably just come create mayhem up there in the mid game.
It's a fantastic lot of damage.
Got the Ignite on her, Jana. Barely able to escape, especially with those heals. We're coming really handy right now.
But that was really good, and we're seeing again who was I is doing a lot of damage, more damage I think than Reservation thought about. Yuchi is getting caught out by that Nidalee spear. Now I don't know that he's going to be able to save this one. Oh, there is
Lulu with the kill,
with the dive.
Wow.
Again, Reservation up top. There's a lot of flashes going on. Can he pull off the combo? And oh my goodness, who was I?
What a twisted fate! The tables have turned!
Wow.
Wowza, that was amazing. That was
so
balls, man.
That was crazy, the turnaround. I really thought that Reservation had that in the bag up against Who Was I. That was phenomenal. Missed hook.
Wow. 3-0 with a 2.2k gold lead. Zenith with a great early game. 1-0 Quinn, 1-0 Nidalee, and a 1-0 Lulu. What an amazing start.
That is a phenomenal start by Zenith Esports. We said it a little bit ago. There's BMX. I think he knows what's happening with No Scope. About at 75% health. No Scope may have a little help from his friends. Here comes Good. Can he get a nice hook off? He does. He pulls himself up a leg. Up it goes.
I don't know why he didn't
No Scope, trying to do what he can. Jimmy Boy pops over the wall there. Lycomos actually DCs. Doesn't matter though. BMX gonna pick up 360 No Scope in his own jungle. There's the pause. I need the pause for a minute because that was a lot going on.
I need my stress ball. I need to squish it. That was intense.
Yeah, that Nidalee is scary.
That escalated quickly.
That did escalate quickly.
What savagery. This is how you control games, and then just having that mindset, knowing that you're controlling the game, knowing you control the tempo, and knowing you're engaging. You control the time at which the engages start, and then you can pull back and then jump back on them. The turnaround was amazing.
That turnaround, though.
Great, I'm telling you, experience. It's all about experience.
And you know what? Aporia right now, or I'm sorry, Aria Uprising is getting that right now. They're getting a taste of kind of what's going on. They're getting a taste. They're playing against higher caliber players, but that's okay because that's what they want. They need the experience.
Oh yes.
They need the experience. They need. I mean, how else are you gonna beat the best unless you play against the best, right? So,
I mean, I assume Peyton Manning is still free. Getting him online very shortly. Get out there, Peyton. You know, better yet, where are you? Where are you? Mark Cuban, where you at?
Yeah, Mark Cuban, come on. I've been hounding this guy's Twitter for like weeks. I've been like badgering this guy because I have a feeling, and I kind of go more in depth on my publication on the new What's Clever with Ever. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be dropping this week, FYI, where I let you guys kind of pick my brain. Where I kind of go into that a little bit more, and I just have this theory that as soon as Mark Cuban joins esports, the scene is just going to go insane and just be legitimized so much by when you have such a business savvy entrepreneur like Mark Cuban at the helm of an esports team. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what Mark Cuban does.
He's gonna. I mean, he's brilliant.
One of us.
That's right. I mean, the guy's brilliant. So.
And he's young, so he's got that. He's not old. That's definitely on his side. The misfortune trying to focus on that farm, which she needs to. I mean, she's not behind in this game completely. She has no deaths, has no kills. Kog'Maw only has an assist, but still that slight gold advantage to the Kog'Maw is probably going to help a little bit.
Look how much damage Who Was I is doing up here at Reservation. I mean, Reservation able to hop out as quickly as he came in, but it's scary. It's scary.
that pigeon coming out of nowhere is just annoying the crap out of Riven. Riven has to be close quarters, whoop something. But if you can't see, what are you going to whoop?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Who Was I? Probably backing out just a little bit, but he's doing so much damage. I mean, just auto attacks. That auto attack did like 100 and something damage, which was just crazy. I feel like the Malphite maybe should have stayed up top.
Look at it, denying vision. Look at that. That's smart jungle play right there. Jungle control. Knows where everyone is. Knows the pings.
I mean, they're everywhere. They're all over the map. I mean, he's essentially set up camp in 360 no scopes.
Stealing their blue buff.
Everything. There's 360 no scope pinging for the assist, but I don't know that there's anything that Yuchi can do.
It's like no, you stay there.
Yeah,
this is my jungle. Go away.
I'm Nidalee. I'm a cat. I'm supposed to be here.
Rawr!
I'm supposed to be here. 360 no scope is really gonna have to make something happen around the map. Because as you can see, BMX has this champion down. He's jumping around everywhere.
Look at that red buff now. What just a savage control.
Savage.
It's just
I like it.
dominance in the jungle.
Really
Like,
is.
I know they're not like jumping in like every single play, but the fact that they're comfortably able to roam around and get their farm in the jungle, take their other jungles buffs, and be like, my team has it. That trust and that.
Oh my goodness, who was I? Is doing a ton of
my
damage
God.
on Reservation. There goes the ult from Reservation, but I think we're gonna...
another turnaround! Wow.
I mean, who was I is making that top lane seem really easy. Just when you think Reservation has the kill, who was I pops into that jungle. Take a moment to notice, boys and girls, that's how you play the Quinn matchup. Speaking of matchups here, 360 no scope getting invaded
I regret
again.
Everything 360 no scope. No.
BMX is just showing so much dominance, Penguin. So much dominance. He's 3-0-1, showcasing his skills on his comfort champion. Jimmy Boy is stuck in a rock and a hard place.
Bye-bye.
Coach picks up a double, 8-0 at 9 minutes.
Look at me, I'm a beautiful butterfly, says the Pogma. What beauty this is. Look at that, ulting on minions. This is a savage right here.
Very savage. BMX is pushing in this top lane, too. Look at this.
BMX is... No, I'm top lane now. This is my lane.
I take this lane. These hooks. I mean, look at the placement of that trap. It really zones off Reservation, and it's allowing him to get those free cooldowns. And he's missing... Reservation is missing a ton of CS. But look, he's already got his he's got his runic. Yeah, he's got his runic. Here comes Quinn from around the back, on the back of Valor.
Blinding, and another kill for the Nidalee.
Too much damage. It's too much damage.
9-0 with a 7k gold lead, 1 tower advantage. I honestly, for the red team to have
missed onslaught. Yeah, go ahead though, Penguin.
For a better chance of them to stay in this game a lot more comfortably, is I would suggest grouping up, sacrificing a lane, and focusing objective with towers, and getting a little bit more vision in their own jungle rather than in the opposite jungle. Because if you're comfortable running around your side of the map, then you're not going to have a problem winning. And here comes the execution, and another kill! Nidalee, meow!
Wow. I mean, if you're Uprising right now, it's got to be a hard pill to swallow, because now your jungle is not even your jungle. There's BMX again, back in the jungle. There's going to be potential pick again. Oh my!
And bouncy, the cat goes meow. Look at this, a flash.
Flash back over.
The magic word. Oh wow.
BMX is making it very difficult for Uprising to even stay on their side of the map. They can't rotate in between mid and bot. They can't rotate between top and mid. He's everywhere. Scope does not own his jungle anymore. It's impossible for him to farm.
3 towers down. They're being backed up into the tier 2 towers. Just not going well for them. I wouldn't look at their builds. They're being denied so much gold that none of them have finished a full item. I mean, you have a Zeal right there. You have a boyfriend sword.
A boyfriend sword. I love it.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good grab, but he can't follow up on it. And BMX is now just going to do a ton of damage. He's going to die.
Under tower. And
wow.
he's like, no, I don't really care. I'm ignited. I'm getting ulted. I am in their base, taking massive damage, and no fucks given.
I mean, BMX is able to hop everywhere. I mean, he's able to do whatever.
I mean, it's a cat, so they're pretty much they knock cups off of your desks without even giving.
They don't even think about it.
Whatever. Yeah, they have no remorse.
Wow.
Pogma getting fed.
This is a completely different team than what we saw in the first round.
The switch was flipped, my friend. The switch was flipped, and they're like, okay, time to wrap it up. Let's go home.
I mean, I feel as though you're right. I think maybe this wasn't the composition. I really think if I'm Arias Uprising, I think the thing to learn from this is, especially don't give away all your cards, when you're drawing. I think the Yasuo Malphite pickup first was very telling. After they did that, I think they just picked around it. I think they picked up the Monsoon. They picked up the Wild Growth. They just did that again. I mean, I know BMX is really, I mean, he's put his carry pants on right now, and he's just making things very, very difficult.
And
But
his back support.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, I really think that the tell of the team composition kind of hurt him a little bit.
Definitely. 13 minutes into this game, and this is okay. So they average a kill a minute, which is insane. You have a 3-0 Quinn, a 6-0 Nidalee, a 1-0 Lulu.
I was gonna say, and more than half of those kills are actually on the pedals of BMX.
Exactly.
You see what I did there?
I'm pretty sure that BMX is the right one that Armstrong rode in the French thingy.
I think so. This could be a turnaround, but that was a fantastic, amazing whirlwind. Usually going to try to catch up onto Coach. He's going to go in on him, jumps him up. There's a fantastic ultimate. They might be able to pick up a kill right here.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
Coach. Nice. Good job.
They wanted it. They got it. Everybody gets to play there.
Meanwhile, up top, Quinn just chilling out of nowhere.
I mean, Quinn is pretty much going as she pleases.
Yeah,
Who was I? Hops on the back. This is going to be
vision.
scary
Look at that
again for
damage.
reservation.
Damage.
Who was I?
I want to see that Nidalee 1v1 that Baron.
I don't think it can be done. Or can it? I don't know.
If I can do it with Yorick, you could do it. Oh, I don't know. Yorick has a lot of sustain.
Yeah. And he's worthless.
There goes mid tower, and they're backed up to tier 3.
Tier 3. This is, we're at 0 towers. Oh man, no scope. Wandered into the wrong bush here. He's just kind of hanging out right there. Box. He's just, he realizes that he's kind of in a rock and a hard place, and just kind of chills out there.
Like a wasted tornado. Give me some more gold. Nom 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 nom. These guys up.
Reservation, putting a lot of work
3v1 coming in for the 3v2.
There we go.
Look at that.
BMX is kind of caught out of position here. There goes the fantastic knockup. Now it looks like we're going to have a team fight on our hands. There's that monsoon that we were looking for. Jana Ult goes up.
Wow, and they make it a turnaround. Look at this. Bamboozled by the bamboo. Running away like a cowboy in the Midwest from an old pack of wild dogs. And still getting killed. Look at that. By a bird.
Triple kill for Who Was I. Very nice turnaround, as you mentioned. Hunting down that kitty cat. Turned from a 3v1 to a very, very convincing 4v3 with the win.
Look at that. Wow.
Jimmy
that little
boy.
fairy child ran into a face full of bullets, ate lead, and then still managed to barely kill the misfortune. Look at that.
BMX is too fed right now. He's pretty much going where he pleases.
They're fighting under tower, which is the cardinal rule against League of Legends policy, but they still managed to get double kill underneath. Going in for the farm, getting rid of the first top tower. Bottom tower going bye-bye.
Reservation is just there
like,
trying to...
What do I do?
Yeah, it just goes down. It's just...
Die.
At this point, Zenith Esports is just too fed. It looks like we might have a closeout, probably before the 20-minute mark.
I'm pretty sure they're going to say, we still got this, guys. We got this.
We got it. It's all right.
Yeah. 2 out of the 3 are going to forfeit. It's going to be one of those games.
It's going to be one of those. This one,
guys.
Yeah, Zenith Esports really just switched it on. They're going to get a few fantasy points, though. Good.
There you go. Fantasy points.
That's right. I had Zenith to lose in my fantasy. I guess I get no points.
No. You get some points for the bot lane. Honestly, I feel bot lane deserves a lot of praise. Even though this game they were taken down a lot faster, but they still held their own to more of a degree than the rest of the lanes.
I will say this now as well. The fact that Zenith Esports is in this right now, they are showcasing their skills, which is fantastic, which we love. Now, though, for anybody that sees this, BMX has now shown his comfort pick. So anybody who takes on Zenith in the next, Rumble on the Rift will actually know not to leave the Nidalee open. I mean, I wouldn't.
I would fear a great jungler is probably one of the hardest positions to find, and once you have it, it's the holy grail. You never want to let it go, and good for Zenith for mastering the jungle lane.
Absolutely.
and creating this synergy around the jungler that he doesn't need to worry about anybody. He can just be a jungler. He doesn't have to,
Sure.
cater. Go ahead. Misfortune says, "Eat this lead." Everyone's like, "Lol." What else you got?
I mean, we will.
Chuck spear. There goes a taunt right there. Look at
That I feel like that taunt was more for the other team. That one was less for us, I think. Look
that.
at
We know what you said.
Kog'Maw
Look
put
at that
so much
dominance.
damage down. Just
I'm
gonna go.
a beautiful butterfly.
They're gonna. It looks like they're trying to close this out in 18.
Yep. The Malphite is going back. I don't. I would, if I was Malphite, I'd go for the base race. Take down the towers.
Go Malphite. All ahead full. Right now they're just trying to play a little catch up, trying to get some picks out. Zenith Esports being very smart about Good not being able to pull anybody into the turret. Although now things are kind of getting scary for him. His coach is just so huge. Double kill.
That attack speed is amazing on Cog.
Wow.
No cap limit on attack speed is going to be really annoying with those towers. Wow, look at this. Look at this sportsmanship. Look at this etiquette right here.
Trying to close this out. 19-15. I think they're going to close it out before quitting time. There's a very huge knockup. There's the wombo combo that Arias was looking for this entire time.
And we have a GG.
We have a GG. Very good. Very good. Loved watching these guys.
That was a fun game to watch.
That was a fun game to watch. I loved watching the original game as well. It seemed like the composition this time favored Zenith a little bit more. BMX was able to get on his comfort champion, really wreck a lot of havoc in the bottom lane. He was really able to wreak havoc along a lot of the I mean, in most of the lanes, he just pretty much went from lane to lane, realistically.
As well.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to do everything. I would be amiss to say that I don't think that anybody would have a problem saying our, that BMX was clearly the MVP for his lane. Although it could be debated that who was I could be. I really want to hear you guys in chat claim an MVP for this Zenith Esports team. I really want to hear it from you guys. I also want to hear Arias Esports, who you think the MVP was on that team. Again, I'm going to give you guys a another chance to kind of look over this this champ select screen here again. Oop. And really see what I'm seeing here. Actually, I'm not going to be able to do that. I take that back. I'm not going to be able to do that. So who do you guys think MVP was over on the side of Zenith Esports? Are you going to give it to the top lane or are you going to give it to the jungle? I really want to hear you guys. Jimmy Boy, definitely MVP, I think, over at Arias Uprising. What do you think, Pinguino? You think?
For what happened, I feel yes. I feel that would be fair to say. Just because so much happened around the whole map. And these kind of games, just you don't really look for, I guess, your lane control. I feel like you look for, did he play the best with what he had? Like,
sure.
And I feel like Jimmy had, like, he got what he got on a silver platter and was like, okay, well, here's what I got to work with. And he made the best out of his situation. He adapted with his team, fighting on their heels, punching and throbbing and kicking.
Sure.
He made the best of his situation. The way he handled it was amazing. I liked his poise. His character control was amazing. And I got to give it to him. I feel like Jimmy Boy deserves this one.
So I'm actually getting word from production here that I don't know if anybody has actually heard of this team, but they're kind of new to the scene. They've played Supernova Esports kind of already in a ranked 5v5 matchup. I believe that the Bladed Kings actually are trying to set up a rumble on the Rift against Zenith Esports. Now we'll have to get with Zenith Esports. We'll have to get with the manager and coach of the Bladed Kings. Now the Bladed Kings did beat Supernova in their scrim against them. They met on the Rift, ranked 5v5. If you guys don't know who the Bladed Kings are, make sure you go and check them out. They're a new up-and-coming organization. They're very, very strong. And if you're not following Zenith Esports or the or Arias Uprising, make sure and do that too. We'll put in the description here and in chat, we're going to put their Twitter handlers, and it's at Zenith Esports and at Arias Uprising. Arias spelled Arias and then Uprising. You guys are going to follow all these guys, but also that new up-and-coming organization, Bladed Kings, kind of calling out Zenith Esports here. That would be a good match.
Them's fighting words.
We'll get back with Zenith Esports. We'll get with Bladed Kings. You're gonna want to follow us on Twitter to see if we can put a Rumble on the Rift together for those two teams. I'd love to cast that. I actually I saw the scoreboard after the Supernova Esports bout on the Rift. 42 minutes. 23-28. Had to have been a close game. Kind of bummed that I missed it, but
to cast that would be amazing.
Can you imagine casting a 42-minute game where they're going back and forth fighting visions? That would be amazing.
Dude, like just
ooh.
I love
Ooh.
just okay. So let me
Spicy.
go back to these two games that we watched just now in this Rumble for tonight. I enjoyed very much watching both teams play. That being said, I especially enjoyed watching Zenith play because they played the game efficiently. They played it right. They played it well. And it was great to cast, great to watch. And I feel if the other team was on the spectator side, they would enjoy watching really, really balanced and synergetic and a lot more veteranized team play.
Sure.
On the part of Zenith. Like, it's just fun to watch. Good League is fun to watch being played.
Absolutely. And I also want to I want to mention, though, real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but I do want to mention also that Arias Uprising actually had a couple, they were actually playing with subs tonight as well. So some of that team synergy also might have mattered. I'd like to see Arias Esports. A good bout to me would be Arias Esports maybe against maybe Paleo White. I would love to see that. Paleo White, one of the teams over at Paleo Gaming. I'd love to see that matchup. I think that matchup would be very even, or maybe even against Equilibrium Gaming. I'd love to see that matchup. I'd love to see those two teams go head-to-head, and I would, like I said, I would love to see the Blade Kings versus Zenith Esports. I'd love to see Aporia Gaming up against Ether Esports. I've got a lot of matchups in my brain that I'd love to watch. I'd love to see Supernova Gemini up against Blue Milk Freeze. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see
Moo Fraternity.
That's right.
Milk.
I'd love to see it. So a lot of things just kind of to tease coming out. We're going to be aggressively doing these things. We're going to try to get the highest caliber of teams together to compete in this. We want to keep, me and Pinguino want to keep bringing you guys quality esports. We want you guys enjoying yourself on the Rift and really promoting esports. You know what I mean? Like, get your teams together, stick together, practice together, get that synergy going. That stuff is really important. Get yourself a brand name. Spend, $10. Go over to Zen Studios, Own Graphics, one of the many graphic designers. Get yourself a logo, become a team, and really stick together. And let's kind of
grind it out and just keep it together. Don't get discouraged about not seeing like any big gifts coming your way. Like, oh, we won this tournament, we're now in LCS. That doesn't happen. It very, very rarely, unless you're like Mark Cuban and like, oh, I'm bored, let me invest my billions of dollars into this.
Exactly.
And find a local team. Well, you get that chance.
Right.
You need to be realistic and understand that a humble beginning story is a lot better in the papers and in your own case than starting from nothing into immediately something. It's better just to have the grind, build that bond, build that synergy, like he said, and then just enjoy the journey, enjoy the moments that you get in esports. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, we love casting this stuff. I mean, a lot of people outside don't really respect esports, but stuff that we're doing here, seeing teams like Arias Uprising, seeing people like Zenith, Blue Milk, Supernova, Serpentis, all of them, Equilibrio, VA Esports, Unit 5, Argon 5-3, all you guys, Paleo Gaming, everyone, seeing the amateur esports scene kind of create and form. We love casting this. Even if you're on the lower tier of the bracket, we love watching you guys, and we love to see the scene unfold. And just, we have, I know myself, I know Pinguino have such a love for esports, and everybody in the chat, I'm sure you guys have such a love for esports. So come out, keep coming out, keep supporting us. We'll keep putting on the shows for you guys. We love doing it. We love to see the competition. Like he said, it's kind of like the NFL, okay? Not everybody is going to make it to the LCS. There is a very select few people that make it to the LCS. And if you think that you're just going to the LCS based on your ladder rankings, you're completely wrong, because those teams look at if you're marketable, if you're manageable. I mean, all of it goes into it. I mean,
those teams are teams.
Yeah, they're absolutely teams. And those managers and stuff like that have really worked to solidify big sponsorships and things like that. A lot of them were pro players before that put their own money into the organizations, like Reginald, ex-Peke, all those guys used to play, Liquid D112, played StarCraft back in the day. I mean, all those guys are pumping their money into it. So especially when you see your org, manager or coach or owner, especially, big ups to Paleo Prater, able to pump all his money into Paleo Gaming to give you such entertainment like what you're seeing right now, and big ups to him to get where he's at right now. I know Pinguino and myself, both also ex-owners of esports organizations. We just have so much respect for what he's done. So big ups to Paleo Prater. If you guys definitely send a like over his way, follow him. He's at Paleo_Prater. I'm at Paleo_ever. And
I'm at Paleo Pinguino, all one word, on Twitter, and Paleo Pinguino IGN.
There you go.
Pinguino on Twitch.
There you go. So definitely follow him. Follow us here. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to be back next week. We're going to be back on Rumble on the Rift. I think we're going to get to see if my eyes do not deceive me in the chat, I think we're going to get to see Aporia Esports versus Ether Esports. Oh, I'm so excited about that, although I'm going to have to figure out, because it's both going to be AE win. So I'm going to have to figure that out, but I'm really excited to cast that game. I'm ready to see our boy LexJet back in the jungle. Thank you so much, Zenith Esports. Thank you so much, Arias Uprising. I hope to see you guys in again. I loved casting these games. You guys did both a phenomenal job. Arias Esports, GG to you. Putting up a very good best of 2. Zenith Esports, way to take away the win. Hopefully we're going to see you guys in the Challenger Series. I know I'll have my ZE hat on rooting for you guys. I know Pinguino will as well. For now, I got nothing else. Pinguino, what do you got? What do you have to tell everybody?
Thank you so much, community, for making my very first ever casting job.
I see what you did there.
An amazing journey. This has been a lot of fun, a lot more fun than I ever hoped it would be. I'm excited. I'm enthralled in the passion that the group has. And just watching really good League of Legends play in the amateur scene is just so much fun. And the fact that there's so much life in the scene, in the community. I see a lot of good things coming our way, and I am so blessed to be a part of it and to be it with you guys. So keep it lifting us, and I definitely will get a green screen soon. Don't worry, it's soon gone.
Oh, thanks guys so much for joining us, and we will see you back here next Wednesday for the next Rumble on the Rift. Until then, ever out.
Pinguino out.
Are you taking aboard your rocket ship?